Okay, hi again, class. I wanted to take a quick look now at navigating the book itself. I think in LoudCloud there's probably a PDF version of the book, but the version here is actually an interactive book. It's close to what you're seeing in Learn Smart, but nothing's grayed out, and nothing's highlighted for you. So you open it up, you get this. Let's see, I've already jumped around some, so let me go back. So, okay, you have the table of contents. So I guess one thing to notice, what I just did, right? If you want the table of contents, it's right there. Unfortunately, you can't jump to pages as far as I know, but you can sort of look through and see what you want to um, go to. So here's our sections, right? Let me just pick a section that we're looking at now. So let's say we want to go to propositional equivalences. Okay. So one thing I want to point out is this: it actually gives you the whole section at a time, not just a page and not just a subsection. So if we sort of scroll through this, you'll actually see that all the subsections are here. So this is the entire section, which is kind of nice. You don't have to page through things too much. So that's one nice thing. If you go next here, it's going to take you to sort of the next item. Not the next page, but the next item, which in this case will be some homework. Now your homework is done a different place here, right? But this is, the book homework. If you bought the actual textbook and we're doing this by hand, this is what you have. Except here you can think about your answer and you can actually then view the answer, right? So you can use this to help you with your actual homework because you can come find related questions here and, try them out and view answers. Okay, so that's sort of a nice thing. So you see there's a bunch of these here like that. I think maybe not all of them. Like this one doesn't have an answer, but then there's a link to an example. Okay, so there's all sorts of interactive sort of stuff here. Um, like I said, you can't go to an explicit page, which is a little bit of a problem. So let me see if I can find, like, maybe you want to look up something in the index, right? So let me come here. And earlier I was trying to look up the definition of dual. So we can come down here. Um, it's all one thing again. So we keep scrolling till we find D. Okay. Lots and lots of stuff in this book. It's actually a good book. Dual. Okay, so we have dual of a Boolean expression. And it says that this is on page 852 and 855 and 662. Oh, this is a partially ordered set, right? So Boolean expression. And let me see. It's actually a different version of dual I want, but suppose I can't just go to that page number. That's the thing that's a problem. Now, actually, dual shows up earlier, so I'm not sure why it's not in the index earlier. So let me come back to where we're actually studying. Okay, so here's our sections we're looking at. And let me go to, I think it's in 1.3. I'm not exactly sure. I don't quite remember. But what I can do is I can do a search, right? So this is something you might find useful. By the way, you can also just ask Google. It's not a bad way of doing things. It does take it a while to index, so sorry. Okay, so I think I unpaused this. Let's see. So I'm going to search for dual here. Okay, and it's going to search for me. Okay, again, some time has passed. Okay, and then you can see that there's several things here. And if you look carefully, this is the definition here, so I can click on that. And we actually find here that dual is defined in the homework problems, right? So I don't know, maybe that's why it wasn't in the index earlier. But anyway, it's one of the things you'll notice. But this is one way to find stuff, is to use that search, use this little search thing here. And I think this is the main stuff I wanted to show you. Actually, let me click back and let me point out one more thing. Maybe let me just go back to this section. So one thing is that there are these examples you can look at along the way, and you might have noticed these little buttons. Let me see if I can find one here. Let's see, examples. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you'll find these little download links, and there's some extra. This is a PDF sheet that will give you some extra practice. So lots of little things in the book. You can even have it read out loud too. Although I don't know how it'll actually read the math here. Probably not very good. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Thanks.